Hey there guys, Outlaw Dolphin here, and we're going to continue our Dragon Age Inquisition. My voice is still a little bit croaky, but we're going to get through it for the second part of the Exalted Plains. Off camera, I've already done the operations to fix the bridge to get us to Empress Celine's troops, and I've opened up Gillenan's Grove. That's where the dragon is, and the good thing is that there's a bunch of other dragony lizard type things called Gurguts. If we kill those, I can also get a shit ton of minerals too. So we're gonna continue on with the Exalted Plains, and hopefully I'll be level 18, and I'm gonna go into the Frostback Basin after that. Take a break from the main story because I want to take Solus to the Frostback Basin, because if you complete the story you won't have the opportunity to get a whole bunch of elven type of dialogue. Continue. Here we are, here at the Riverside Garrison in the Exalted Plains, overlooking the ruins of Ville Montevale. And this is the bridge we need to cross. The only thing that I've changed is my staff, because I was doing some research and I remembered, I didn't have to look this up, I remembered that the dragon in the area over that way in Gillenan's Grove is a storm drake. Now, the fact that I was using a electric element in my staff would mean that I would have a pretty tough time. However, storm drakes are not weak to any kind of elemental. They are indeed weak to spirit, so my spirit blade will have fun carving him up. I've switched to fire, and this is going to very much help us out with carving through the undead here. Especially with the cleansing rune as well, that's also going to be doing its added stacking of damage. However, the undead here, you'll be suffering from the same thing that you did back in the previous area. They spawn everywhere, they're spawning throughout, so you will get mobbed. Best to just keep quick move on up. Try not to get bogged down like I am here. Just keep pushing. Because there are points like this. Like you can see 1, 2. I can tell you there's probably 4. We're still rocking Sarah, Ball and Dorian. Now you'll notice this kind of red crystalline stuff that's appearing before me. This is indeed a visual glitch from corruption runes. Unless they're in weapons, let me be more specific, unless they're in melee weapons. If they're in ranged weapons like a bow, like Sarah does, and a staff like Dorian, they will kind of glitch all the time. Let's just light that on fire. They will kind of glitch and kind of leave traces of themselves literally right in front of where you're standing. They won't kind of travel. The damage will travel, make no mistake about that, but the actual animation will get stuck like right in front of you. There's the goddamn horror. Now because I'm using fire damage, he's not going to be too bothered by me. I want to get him closer than this. Just because I want to be able to use... Yeah, see? He just took a huge chunk out of me. Yeah, I know. It's trying to give me the pop-up because it thinks I'm hitting No! Stop! Oh, well... That was a mistake, but one that kind of appeared in my favour. Damn it. Damn it, fade step. Sometimes fade step is more trouble than it's worth. Oh, he's really going to knock me down. Where does he keep going? He doesn't have anywhere to go. Set that one on fire. I mean, this is the thing, it's a bit of a push with this place, because even once you get past the undead, in the actual structure itself where the troops are hiding, it then becomes demons, and then demons are everywhere. So it really can switch up, and it really can become a nuisance. Almost becomes a bit of a cannonball run. It literally just becomes a straight up sprint for the finish. No matter what you do here, because we move on to the next point and the same thing's going to happen again. There's going to be undead everywhere. So this is the thing, it's telling me that there are only 2 body pits, but I don't believe it. And I need to be up there. Of course I do. And I'm gonna sneeze. I'm gonna try not to. Don't be surprised if I do. I need to level up everyone. Ball, Dorian and Sarah. So let's just do that now. There we go. I've also given Dorian a new immolate, which is kind of like laying a fire mine. Because I do need someone to just start laying down more fire as I am. The tragedy that he's using... Actually... The tragedy that the fact that he's using an ice staff is that of my own making. Because he's using this one. I can give him that one, which does lightning damage for now. It's slightly less damage overall, but it's what I need. You can see these ramparts are just fully deserted. And there's already an arcane horror spawned in front of me, and there'll be a revenant behind that door over there. Oh. Damn it, where'd he go? Burn it. Ah, get out of the burn. And he's down. And Dorian is almost down. This is just the thing, the sheer amount of undead in this area is just simply baffling. And I'm poisoned by something and I don't even know where that's come from. There's the Revenant. Whoa! Yeah! Panic. Oh, he's really trying to pull me in. Let's give this guy a bad day. Come on, give me another fireball. Why did it have to appear so far away? Oh, this guy's just getting mayhem. Burning, sucked into the rift. Yeah, we've still got the undead on us. I'm going to take his heart. And he had a weapon. Oh yeah. This is the weapon of this fortification, which the troops kind of unleashed because they thought it would help, but then realised they have no way of controlling it, so this will hurt us as well. This is why it becomes a bit of a sprint. The idea of getting around everything, this thing will try to kill you. Hello?
We couldn't control the defenses. They're all trapped inside.
Safest thing to do is to stick to the walls and try and maintain a high position. Try not to follow the pathways. And here we are. Demons! Oh. Trying to jump. I've got no barrier, so if that thing really wants to dawn on me now, I have no protection. Oh, there's loot. And there's rash vine everywhere. So if you're looking for it and you need it, this is the place to come. There you go, you're going to see plenty of undead out there now. I'm going to try and get a good look at where the this laser of perpetual burning is coming from. Yeah, it's coming from that thing up there. We need to deactivate it. Oh boy. We've got a rage demon at the top of the stairs. That's not a good thing. Come on guys, I need you to keep moving. Come to me, come to me. We're nearly at the top now. There you go, and the closer you get to the top, the more citizens you see. I think that's even an Inquisition soldier, right? Yeah. The Inquisition soldiers too got caught in the middle of this. And this nightmare, you can literally see where the when they springed on the defences, and this was where the first point landed. They locked people outside. The door can only be opened by some kind of a mechanism. I can't remember.
I wonder how different this land looked back when the elves had it.
There we go. The defences are switched off. We can now rescue Celine's troops.
Who's there? Don't come any closer. We have swords.
You have swords?
Not the welcome I was expecting.
You haven't heard of me?
You don't know about me? How long have you been in there?
Long enough. Who are you that I should... Wait, what do you mean they look like Inquisition? Oh. Oh. Forgive me, I should have known.
Like you just said, you were locked in there for ages. How should you have known? Commander Jihan. That's related to another quest that I didn't want to do. So we've now reached Celine's troop. What? Yeah, I can show you. I can count on one hand how many of her troops are left. Or maybe not one hand, but 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 from what were thought 40,000, 20,000, 10,000. They tell you it's thousands. Thousands have died here. You can say, oh, some people made mistakes, but I can tell you there's been sabotage in the works. Okay, maybe it's not like 8. Maybe it's probably a few. Maybe it's in the teens. But she's lost a lot of soldiers out here. Next stop, Gelanane's Grove. Okay, so to get to Gelanane's Grove, you're going to take a left from the Riverside Garrison and follow the pathway to the little dip in the land, back to where we first saw the statue of the Dread Wolf. These gents in front of us are part of Dorian's quest to kill very specific Venatoris. They're almost always mages, and for some reason Dorian just wants them dead, and to be fair, it pleases Ironball to kill Venatori, and if Dorian's happy to kill them, then who am I to complain? Let's just check the map. Yeah, it's just further along the right. They should be carrying tomes, or at least they would be if we were trying to become a Rift Mage, but we're not. We've chosen smartly and become a Knight Enchanter. And we're going to rip this Gamorrean Mistral, Stormdrake, whatever it's called. There are the Gurguts. I don't think fire is going to do an awful lot to the Gurgut, or it might. Oh my god, there are a lot. And wall. In a moment like this, I would normally try to use Mark of the Rift, but I kind of need it. Stop trying to bite me. There are plenty of Gurguts out here, but they keep dropping Gurg webbing, which is a pretty nice, frankly, if it's the only leather that I can get in plentiful amounts without having to buy it, I'll buy it.
Not a bad spot to camp.
Dispatch for you.
Oh, no dispatches. There are a few fade rifts in this area, which is also known as the Fens. Or no, is that just marking? Yeah. So this area reaches across this entire bit here. We don't have to go through all of them to reach the dragon, however. But it might be nice to close these rifts as well. This area is quite large, but I know the dragon is straight on from this one, I think. If I remember rightly. Despair demon. Stop it. Damn it, I can't get a hit on him because of the terrain. What have we got next? We have a few despair demons. I took one out almost instantaneously. No, no, no. There we go, almost textbook. Intense frost essence. And some obsidian. There's quite a few chunks of obsidian in here. It's quite interesting to see how far a tier 2 metal can go, considering we've been seeing it since the Storm Coast. A part of me almost wishes that metal would appear. What the hell?
Anyone need a hand?
The dead hand. The great stone hand was something of a mystery. One assumes it is a piece of broken off from a larger whole. If so, judging it by its size of that one hand, I can imagine the entire sculpture to be, well, large enough to require the use of obscenities to describe it. Thus, I've only one question. Where is the rest? It is difficult to imagine how something so large could go missing. Horace Medford, an adventurer. Heard that name one too many times already. Now, he's not wrong. But I believe I know where it is. Where did where? Oh, well, you don't want to do this yet. We do not want to do that yet. That is something of a puzzle. And we're going to come back to that. Because I forgot that that was here. I know how to do the puzzle. It just requires a bit of patience. Especially in trying to switch from character to character, which doesn't always work. It's not the smoothest thing to do in this game, but ever still, we will get there because it has some nice loot to it. Haven't seen any Gurguts for a while. Should I be worried?
Pretty. In a haunting, this archway might collapse on me at any moment, Way.
Here we go. Oh, I nearly walked past so much obsidian. But I can't pick up that one. That sucks. I can pick up this one. Yeah, that happens sometimes. Sometimes there's just metal there and you just can't pick it up. Sometimes you just have to get on with it. What the hell? Is this just signs of the dragon, I think? Yeah. People burnt to crisp and ash. Is that a Gurgut on our tail? Yep. Gurguts do have poison attack to them, so you shouldn't generally be weak to it, but don't be surprised. Now the Gurguts are everywhere. I'm literally just here for the webbing. Come on, just give me the resources. God, there's another one already. He spawns so quickly. It's like I could have used this in the hinterlands for the rams, but no. Let's put the infinite spawn engine in Gillening's Grove. Alright.
For being so unnerved by magic, you aren't shy about benefiting from its effects.
I don't. I use normal things, not magic.
You consider swathing yourself in flame or ice normal and not magic?
For one, it comes out of bottle. For two, I mess up, I get burned. You mess up, your head chucks up a demon. For three, bottle, little burned, no demons. So there.
That was only... You know, if it lets you sleep at night...
This is nice. Wet all the way from my ankle to my... other ankle.
There's so many resources out here. The webbing from the Gurguts and all this obsidian. Dead end. It looks like I can't quite remember where this dragon is. Oh. You'd think it wouldn't be that hard to find. It is indeed, after all, a flying giant lizard. Stay away from that rift for now. We'll deal with it on the way back. Or it looks like I might just have to deal with it now. Considering if the dragon pushes me back, it's going to push me back into the rift. I can just do without these rifts being any trouble at all. All good? All done? 13 obsidian. In a place full of obsidian. That just means to tell me... That's like the game trying to tell me to stop picking up metal. And just keep moving. Well... You can see the problem that you would have here. If this dragon pushes you back out of the arena, you'll fall back into these rifts that are on the outskirts of it. So it looks like I will have to deal with all the rifts, at least now it's just one more. I was rather hoping just to get into the fight with this dragon. This dragon will be probably the toughest we've fought so far, considering Storm Drakes like to use AoEs.
Sulfur. It was always a good day at the Barantium Circle when the sulfur came out.
Got a whole bunch of shades. Is the dragon already attacking me? Yeah, I think he is. That's a bother. That's what one person called bullshit. I'd really not use my focus ability now. I need to stay in range of this rift. So long as the dragon can't see me. I actually don't quite... He's taken off. Ow. I think that's... Oh, thank God I can close it. Jesus, I thought that was only the first phase of that rift. That was bullshit, man. Is everyone awake? They are indeed awake. Yep, and they've taken health for it. Alright. Hey, you with the range. Now, the annoying thing is that this acid on the floor will hurt you. Oh, I wish I had Cassandra with me now. Let's try and lock off him so we don't follow his limbs everywhere we go. This guy is a colourful one. Let's just use Sarah for a moment here. Use her focus ability. This might be the first dragon fight which sees us fighting this dragon one-on-one. Do not be terribly shocked if that happens. He's not going to like this one bit. No, he's taking off. There's Dorian. Thing is, he's going to attack me as I do this. It's very close. I need Dorian to keep Iron Bull alive. Now that's coming for me, isn't it? I need to hit him. Nope. Oh no. Hit the barrier. Oh god, that barrier, where is it? Oh! I saw that limb get crippled while he's down. Let's put this underneath him. He's gonna hit me with the tail. Good job I had that barrier. Sarah's down, I've only just noticed. Ball's got his guard up. This guy likes to put me on my arse. Gonna take off again. Damn it. Where is Sarah? Oh yeah, this is what he does. See the water? Once he takes off. This is why I never noticed my companions falling to the floor. It happens long after he's left. Iron Ball's down. And that's an attack I've never seen before. Come on then, Dorian, me and you. That's the thing, if you stay in the water, this will hurt you. Oh boy. This is the thing, gonna need to get on up to him. Oh. Got the kitty's collar even saving me from a dragon attack. It's so nearly there. Yep, Dorian's down now, it's literally just me. He's literally right there, it makes no difference. Down he goes. And still they linger on the water long after he's gone. So here we go, Lady Jocasta's Revenge, which is a unique dagger. A superb amulet of dexterity, intense dragon blood, dragon weapon, dragon bone, only one, which is annoying. Well, that's our third dragon. Oh, ow, I forgot. Ich vergesse, my bad. Come on. There's a quarry back here. And literally someone bricked themselves in. I forget what this is. Scattered notes. Amazing creatures, dragons. Everyone I've encountered has had unique personality. This one, for example, enjoys being around water, so I was splashing about. A remarkable sight. I would have joined in her revels had Kalev not held me back. Kalev, a good porter, but timid. I told Kalev and the others dragons much prefer to eat beasts of the wild rather than humans. Unfortunately, I was proven wrong. A day later, that creature turned away from a Gurgut to go after poor Kalev. I hope the brave little soul got to see the magnificent dome of her gullet. I'm certain it's like the inside of the Grand Cathedral, the observations of Stefan de Eroin. And you are a flippin' idiot. And loot. Wyvern scales, nice. So now, if I'm not much mistaken, I have an elven temple and a puzzle to solve. Offering to the Dreadwolf. The Dalish believe that Fen Harel, the Dreadwolf, locked the gods of good and evil away. Only he walks free. Although they see him as a betrayer, elves still erect shrines to Fen Harel. One imagines they do not revere him so much as seek to appease him, lest they draw his gaze. From the pursuit of knowledge, the travels of Chantry scholar Brother Genetivi. We can activate that and be on our way. Hopefully there'll be no more Gurguts in my way. And there's one immediately. I like dinosaurs.
Must grind your gristle, the Elder One, some crazy bent asshole.
I'm not thrilled to discover we should take those old legends at face value.
Guess he thinks the modern imperialism will let down, too.
Why wouldn't we? Tevinter once covered all fables, its glory only matched by its depravity. It'd be like Koslan showing up and learning the Canary didn't conquer the world after all.
Yes. Priesthood's been trying to explain that one for centuries.
And look at that, one dragon battle later and the metal has already come back. Lord have mercy on my looting soul. You know what, I think this was the game that started my looting behaviour and picking up everything. Some people claim it was Elder Scrolls, some people claim it was Fallout. Me, Dragon Age Inquisition, picking up everything I see. There we go, so the temple was back this way. Well, I say temple, it's in the ground. But you know what I mean. Sometimes I do like to use Fade Step just to get to places quicker. You may have noticed this. And yep, even this metal. Oh yeah, this is a yeah. Not that this is an important loot, but it's easy to forget that it's even there, and it's even harder to even land on that thing. Discovered the dead hand. Alright, this is an obscure little puzzle. but we'll get it. You have an archer in the middle, 4 trees, and 3 pillars which block the archer. We can get 1 as a gimme, but then we have to figure the rest out. The archer will fire with every time he turns. That's the effect that we're looking for. Now, thank the Lord, this effect is not timed in any fashion. But the others, well, the pillars are a time factor, but the effect of once we've been successful is not. So it's going to take me some time to remember how to do this. Now, if I'm right, I want to hold position. And once we do that, we're going to then lock in this area. There we go. And that's going to have lowered. Oh, it didn't lower it by much. Huh. Oh, that's a factor as well, isn't it? Ah, yeah. Who's outside? This one's going to open up that door. And then we want to turn this one. There we go. So now we have very limited time to turn the archer 3 times. You can see the pillars already going back up. But now we know what we need to do. Turn. I probably should have I couldn't remember which pillar this was going to lower. That's why the archer was a little bit off key. And come on, turn. You cheeky little bitch. Right. I'll tell you what. Dorian. Hold. No. See? Damn it. Damn it. There we go. Dorian. Hold. There we go, that's done it. Now, it's only worth it if I don't forget to press up or down. There we go, now we have 2. And I believe that one I just got is the hardest one. Let me just take a look. So now I think what I need to do is get my Inquisitor out of this trap. And then we just want to go by the torches. I need to keep a keen eye on which pillar drops. Okay, so it's the next one. Okay, so it's this one next. And this one is going to move by the torches, which means once that one goes out, which we might have to wait for. There it goes. I'm going to go 1. Two. And then where's the third one? Oh, is that it there? There it is. There you go. It's down. It's down, 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 down. Oh, I've missed it.
Nothing at all, Paul? No trouble having a vint behind you?
Hope you like the view.
You can't deny you enjoy butchering my people.
Hey, butchering implies I'm gonna eat them. Most vints are just gristle and fat in a red wine marinade.
Oh, that much is true.
Come on, fade step. And did I get it? There we go, one more. Not that I remember this one. I don't believe it's that one. Yeah, this one we've already done. Ooh, mosaic piece. Just trying to remember. Oh. Yeah, I always forget that this is here. Okie dokie, we figured it out now. I need to leave someone staying on that square. Now, hold position. There we go. And we just need to follow these. Well, we don't need to follow them, but we can follow them. This is a lot easier than playing Sudoku, I'll tell you that much. Superb Amulet of Cunning. Here we have a statue of the Dread Wolf again. The twins Falon Din and Dirthaman are the eldest children of Elganan, the All-Father, and Mithil the Protector. The brothers were inseparable from the moment their conception, known for their great love for each other. That is why we often speak of Falon Din in one breath, and Dirthaman the next. For they cannot bear to be apart, not even in our tales. When the world was young, the gods often walked the earth, and Falon Din and Dirthaman were no exception. Both were delighted by many wonders of our earth. They played with the animals, whispered to the trees, and bathed in the lakes and streams. Their days were filled with bliss, and they did not know sorrow. Then one day, while passing through the forest, Falon Din and Dirthaman came across an old, sickly deer resting beneath a tree. "Why do you sit still, little sister?" asked Falon Din. "Play with us," said Dirthaman. "Alas," spoke the deer, "I cannot. I am old. And although I wish to go to my rest, my legs can no longer carry me." Taking pity on the deer, Falon Din gathered her up into his arms, and carried her to her rest beyond the vale. Dirthaman tried to follow them, but the shifting grey paths beyond the vale would not let him. Separated for the first time, Falon Din and Dirthaman wandered aimlessly till he came across two ravens. "You are lost, and soon you will fade," the raven named Fear said to Dirthaman. "Your brother has abandoned you. He no longer loves you," said the other, named Deceit. "I am not lost, and Falon Din has not abandoned me," replied Dirthaman. He subdued the ravens and bade them carry him to Falon Din. This they did, for they had been defeated and were now bound to Dirthaman's service. When Dirthaman found Falon Din, he found also the deer, who once again was light on her feet, for her spirit was released from her weakened body. Both Falon Din and Dirthaman rejoiced to see this. Falon Din vowed that he would remain to carry all the dead to their place beyond, just as he did the deer, and Dirthaman stayed with him, for the twins cannot bear to be apart. The story of Falon Din and Dirthaman, as told by Gisseral, keeper of the Ralafarin clan of the Dalish Elves. That sounds a little bit like the Stars of Gemini. If you're... I forgot they were here. Come on, drop. There we go. It wasn't even full of good stuff. So why'd he ambush me? Yeah, I'd say probably there was a lot of similarities between Falon Din and Dirthaman, comparing that to that of Castor and Pollux, which are the two stars of Gemini, except with Castor and Pollux, one of those two stars died and the other wailed beyond belief with grief, and Zeus brought the dead twin back to life, but you would only have to live in the knowledge that the other is alive, but you will no longer be able to spend time together. Similar, but not so similar. It was interesting about the ravens though, one called Fear and the other Deceit, saying that Falon Din did not fall for fear and deceit so easily. That he knows his brother. That no lies can come between them. It's actually quite sweet. Okie dokie, so we've killed the dragon and we've gone through the temple in Gilnean's Grove, so we've kind of explored everything here. I thus foretell that the Exalted Plains are completed. As far as I'm concerned, I've done everything here that I wanted to do. I reached level 18, if I'm not correct. Yes, I have. Which means we're going to go to the Frostback Basin next. But right now, back to Skyhold. Hey, Varric. Fighting a losing battle?
Battling the demons of paperwork? That's a fight nobody walks away from clean.
You have no idea the number of times I've almost been killed by bills of lading. I've been meaning to come talk to you anyhow. I never officially joined the Inquisition. I don't know how to do this disciplehood thing. I'm a businessman. Never really followed a chosen one before.
Just be my friend, Varric.
I don't need a disciple. I need a friend.
If you knew how intimidating you are, you wouldn't make it sound so simple. You just don't know what you are to the people out there. The Herald of Andraste is a symbol bigger than any of us.
What am I to you?
What am I to you, then?
None of this shit makes any sense to me. Is this the end of the world? Did Andraste send you through the breach? I have no idea. You heard the crowd singing after Haven was attacked?
Please don't sing.
Please tell me you aren't going to burst into song now.
Don't worry, I'm not that cruel. I should probably get back to work. Unless, you up for a game of Wicked Grace? Something you wanted to talk about?
Cassandra wants a book.
Cassandra is waiting for the next issue of Swords and Shields.
I must have heard that wrong. It sounded like you just said that Cassandra read my books.
She's a big fan.
She's a pretty big fan, in fact.
Are we talking about the same Cassandra? Tall, grumpy seeker, like stabbing things? Wait, did you say the romance serial? Oh, she'll be waiting for a while then. I haven't finished it and wasn't planning to. That book is easily the worst I've ever written. The last issue barely sold enough to pay for the ink.
Cassandra seems to like it.
Cassandra seems to be hooked on it.
And I honestly thought a hole in the sky was the weirdest thing that could happen. So, you want me to finish writing the latest issue of my worst serial for Cassandra? Oh, that's such a terrible idea. I have to do it. On one condition. I get to be there when you give her the book.
Done.
You've got a deal.
I'll get to work then. You know, the fact that the book is terrible just makes it more worthwhile somehow.
What have you done now?
I I get it, Seeker. You're still sore after our spat.
I'm not a child, Varric. Do not suggest I'm without reason.
A peace offering. The next chapter of Swords and Shields. I hear you're a fan.
This is your doing.
None other.
Oh, yes. Do you really think I'd miss this?
Well, if you're not interested, you're not interested. Still needs editing anyhow.
Wait!
You're probably wondering what happens to the Knight Captain after the last chapter.
Nothing should happen to her. She was falsely accused.
Well, it turns out the guardsmen...
Don't tell me!
This is the part where you thank the Inquisitor. I don't normally give sneak peeks, after all.
Thank you.
Thank you.
This was everything I'd hoped.
I know how you feel.
I wonder if I have time to read the first part.
But don't forget to tell all your friends, if you have any. Completely worth it.
Dear oh dear oh dear. Some people just can't admit they like stuff, even when it's made by people they hate.
I can't understand how those women in the kitchen could be awake so early after the night we had.
Nice.
Nice talking with you, boss.
We do need to speak to Vivienne.
I don't know what you think you're doing.
I'm being clucked at by a hen, evidently.
Don't play the fool with me, young man.
If I wanted to play the fool, I...
These guys just keep on arguing, don't they?
Your glib tongue does you no credit.
You'd be surprised at the credit my tongue gets me.
Far be it for me to suggest a training adjustment.
It's done.
Your lost books have been found.
Your assistance in this matter will not be forgotten, I assure you. How may I help you?
And I do want to just see if perhaps, maybe, just maybe, Solus wants to talk. I doubt it, as he rarely ever does.
Why here?
Haven is familiar. It will always be important to you.
We talked about that already.
I sat beside you while you slept, studying the anchor.
That must have been quick.
How long can it take to look at a mark on my hand?
A magical mark of unknown origin? Tied to a unique breach in the veil? Longer than you might think. I ran every test I could imagine. Searched the Fade, yet found nothing. Cassandra suspected duplicity. She threatened to have me executed as an apostate if I didn't produce results.
Of course she did.
Cassandra's like that with everyone.
Yes. You were never going to wake up? How could you? A mortal sent physically through the Fade. I was frustrated, frightened. The spirits I might have consulted had been driven away by the breach. Although I wished to help, I had no faith in Cassandra, or she in me. I was ready to flee.
But you didn't.
But you stayed.
I did. I told myself, one more attempt to seal the rifts. I tried and failed. No ordinary magic would affect them. I watched the rifts expand and grow, resigned myself to flee, and then... It seems you hold the key to our salvation. You had sealed it with a gesture. And right then, I felt the whole world change.
This mattered to you?
It was that impressive to see me awake?
You had walked in the Fade. I have explored the Fade more than anyone alive. But even I can only visit in dreams. But you might have been able to visit me here while awake.
What do you mean?
Where do you think we were?
This isn't real.
That's a matter of debate. Probably best discussed after you wake up.
That inceptive motherfucker. Right. I'm trying to get to a specific conversation with him, because it's very hard. Unless you're a female elf, it's very hard to get Solus to like you. Especially to the point where you can have those kinds of conversations. It's not because his dialogue towards you as a female elf is more presumptuous, it's just that yours with his can be.
I don't...
Sleep well.
That was incredible.
I've never done anything like that before. Do you regularly talk to people in dreams?
No. Consider that one more rule you have effortlessly broken in your rise to power. I had no idea that the anchor would allow you to dream with such focus. It is truly remarkable. But I am reasonably certain we are awake now. And if you wish to discuss anything, I would enjoy talking.
Because you like talking.
Something wrong with your tea?
It is tea. I detest this stuff. But this morning, I need to shake the dreams from my mind. I may also need a favor.
Name it.
You just have to ask.
One of my oldest friends has been captured by mages, forced into slavery. I heard the cry for help as I slept.
How did you hear her cry?
When your friend was captured, how did he...
It.
It?
My friend is a spirit of wisdom. Unlike the spirits clamoring to enter our world through the rifts, it was dwelling quite happily in the Fade. It was summoned against its will, and wants my help to gain its freedom and return to the Fade.
Why would they summon it?
Do you have any idea what the mages want with your friend?
No. It knows a great deal of lore and history, but a mage could learn that simply by speaking to it in the Fade. It is possible that they seek information it does not wish to give, and intend to torture it.
Then I'll help.
All right. Let's go get your friend.
Thank you. I got a sense of my friend's location before I awoke. I'll mark it on our map.
There we go, so it's in the Exalted Plains. And I believe I just need to speak to Josephine before I end this particular video.
Any news on the House of Repose, Inquisitor?
What's our next move?
What's the next favor we need to get these Dupericats a lordship?
We need a judge of the royal court to procure documents acknowledging them as nobility again.
There we go, so we need to arrange a favour, and we'll do that at the war table. But I'll do that off camera. So I bid you adieu. Adieu. There we go, guys, that's the end of that Dragon Age Inquisition. We've just completed the Exalted Plains, although we do have one companion quest for Solus to head back. Once we do that, that's everything in the Exalted Plains done and dusted for me. I believe in the next video, I'm just going to top off some side quests. So there's one for Varric, one for Red Templar activity in the Storm Coast. So I just want to, and we'll need to go to Valrayo for Josephine for a few things, to elevate the Du Paraquets and to get House Repose off her back. Once we do that, that should be everything that I want to do on the side before I go to the Frostbacks. So once we've done those, it will be the Frostback Basin. So if I do those side quests quick enough, might go to the Frostbacks kind of in the beginning, in the end of the next video, or it might be the video after that. Just depends on timing of it all. So guys, I will see you on the next one.